Good afternoon. I'm Mia Salzer with this Franciscan Beat News Brief. Here are your headlines for Monday, October 27th. Hurricane Melissa has intensified into a Category 5 storm, bringing the threat of a catastrophic flooding, destructive winds, and severe infrastructure damage across Jamaica. This powerful storm is now packing sustained winds of roughly 160 miles per hour, is expected to unleash up to 40 inches of rain on parts of the island between Monday and Tuesday. The Jamaican government issued mandatory evacuation orders for 7 coastal and low-lying communities projected to take the heaviest damage, including Port Royal and parts of Kingston. Residents are being urged to seek higher ground and remain sheltered until authorities declare it safe to move. Heavy rainfall and flooding are also expected to impact eastern Cuba beginning Monday, with deadly storm surge and damaging wind forecast to reach the region by late Tuesday. Haiti and the Dominican Republic are projected to feel the brunt of Melissa's impact by midweek, with the NHC warning of catastrophic damage in areas already suffering from fragile infrastructure. By Wednesday, hurricane conditions, storm surge, and heavy rainfall could extend into the southeast Bahamas and Turks and Caicos, forecasters say. A life-threatening storm surge and damaging waves are expected to batter Jamaica's southern coast through Tuesday, posing extreme risks to coastal communities. Merkur, a fast-growing startup that has become a key player in helping major artificial intelligence companies refine their models, is finalizing a new funding deal that would value at $10 million. Merkur is expected to raise $350 million in the round. Merkur now oversees a network of 30,000 contractors worldwide who label data, write text samples, and provide expert feedback that helps AI chatbots better understand and mimic human communication. Merkur originally began as a recruiting platform that used AI to automate resume screening and match candidates to technical roles. In building that system, the company amassed a database of skilled professionals, a network that became central to its pivot into AI training. As demand surged from AI developers looking to refine their models, Merkur rapidly expanded its contractor network to include lawyers, doctors, bankers, and journalists who evaluate chatbox performances. To support the shift, Merkur hired Sundeep Jain, Uber's former chief product officer and its first president, in May. Merkur's marketplace now offers a range of lucrative contracts for professional training AI systems. Doctors can earn up to $170 an hour for evaluating AI-generated medical answers, while political specialists are being hired for $70 an hour to review chatbox responses for ideological bias, according to company listings. New Jersey's race for governor has become one of the nation's most closely watched contests this year, as voters prepare to choose the state's first new governor since 2018. The election will decide who succeeds Democratic Governor Phil Murphy, who's leaving office after 2 terms. The high-stakes showdown is between Republican Jack Ritter and Democrat Mickey Sherrill has emerged as a fierce and unpredictable battle, with tight polling, sharp rhetoric, and deep contrast in the candidates' visions for the state's future. The race has drawn intense national interest, not only for its potential to shift New Jersey's political balance, but also for what it might signal about voter sentiment ahead of the 2016 midterms. Former President Donald Trump has loomed largely over the campaign. Early voting also begins next week, and turnout is expected to be high as New Jersey voters weigh 2 sharply contrasting paths for the state. The Christian podcaster is rallying a new generation of conservative women. Thousands of conservative women have been packed in the arena in Allen, Texas for the 2nd annual Share the Arrows conference hosted by Ali Stuckey, a 33-year-old podcaster and raising voice in evangelical politics. The event, which drew about 7,000 attendants from across the country and abroad, blended worship, political messaging, and calls for cultural resistance. She urged her audience to see their faith as part of a broader and spiritual and a broader spiritual battle. And she says that every step you take, every decision you make, and every word you say is a declaration of war against the enemy, she told the cheering crowd. The conference emphasized themes of traditional Christianity in opposition to progressive social movements. Following the killing of Charlie Kirk, a close friend and mentor, Stuckey said that her mission to mobilize Christian women has intensified. The attendance at her conference has jumped after his death, and she's now joining high-profile figures like Megyn Kelly and Tucker Carlson on the Turning Point. This is the Turning Point tour. With more than 2 million followers across social media and a popular podcast distributed by Blaze Media, she has positioned herself as a leading figure for conservative Christian women. Her message is centered on faith, family, and cultural confrontation, and it's resonated with many who see her as a spiritual guide and a peer. Tickets for the conference range from $100 to $5,000, with VIP packages offering private meals with her. Someone says, "It is wonderful to be in a room with women who also share my values," says Catherine, who drove 20 hours from California with other members of her church. Weather for today is a high of 59 and a low of 35. Tomorrow, expect temperatures of around 56 degrees. Thank you for tuning into this Franciscan Beat News Brief. We'll see you tomorrow. Good night and God bless.